Today we need to move around a bunch of fish. It's going to be like musical chairs but then with fish. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the thing I'm talking about is down here. So if you guys don't know already, and if you're like new to the channel, well then definitely, you know, subscribe down below, hit that like as well. But anyway, yeah, so these tanks down here are the ones that we need to empty, because these tanks were dedicated to my guppy experiment, but I have now finished that experiment. That experiment was for my like school project, and I made a whole video about that. Go check that out. It'll be in this top right hand corner. Yeah, it's like a 40-minute video about this whole guppy experiment where we basically bred guppies at different temperatures and then had a look and determined if there is a difference in male to female ratio, which, spoiler alert, there was. But if you want to see what that ratio was, go watch the full video. Like I said, it'll be linked in the top right hand corner. However, now the experiment is finished, we need to move these fish on, because I want to be using these tanks for a different purpose. And what that purpose is basically I want to have, I got 5 tanks here in total. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 4 of those tanks are now for the guppy experiment, and then 1 is with some goldfish. But I want to get all of them empty and then fill all of these with shrimp. So different colored shrimp, so you know, like red, yellow, blue, maybe even some kind of like white shrimp, or like a Caradina shrimp, maybe like a crystal red shrimp, you know. I'm not sure, but I want to fill these tanks with shrimps. That's what I have determined. So we are going to be doing that. Now in this video I won't actually be getting the shrimp. That'll be the next video most likely. However, in this video we're going to be breaking all of this down, moving all these fish, because there are quite a few fish in here that have to go to a different tank and, you know, eventually get sold or whatever. So yeah, let's quickly have a look what we got. So like I said, we basically got guppies in here. Now, yeah, there's about, it's difficult to say how many in total, because, for example, these guys have had babies again as well. So you got like the adults and then you got the babies. I think in total we got around 100 guppies. I'm not sure, but I think it's close to that. So around 100 guppies we have to place somewhere. Then in here I actually still have some goldfish. Now these goldfish were from the goldfish season, but yeah, I've had them all winter, and I guess the goldfish season, like the pond season and stuff, is going to start up again, but I haven't sold them yet. I think I got 3 left. I'm not too sure. I think I've got 3 left. We'll have to see where we can put these guys. Maybe I'll just set up a little temporary tank in my room, because I do have a tank there actually that I could set up for these guys. I'm not sure, or we'll just move them to a different tank. But for the guppies, we need to see where we're going to put them, because in all these selling tanks I do not have space for them, or at least not yet, because they're not fully grown, so they're not old enough to sell yet, I would say, because they're not like the same size as, like, for example, these female guppies here. Like, these are quite chunky. Also, I still want to use these because I got a presentation coming up where we have to like present our whole experiment. So I need them for that day as well. So my plan is to actually, for the moment, put them in one of these tanks here. Now this is basically my breeding rack. You can see we got this beautiful German blue ram. Take a look at how beautiful that one is. Getting a little aggressive towards the others, but take a look how stunning this one is. I just wanted to show this guy. We also got some more rams in here. Really nice coloring as well. These are all males. Now there is also a female there. Anyway, I'm getting distracted because the video is not about those guys. But I just wanted to show that I'm breeding stuff, and I got like, you know, baby rainbow fish in here, which are doing great, by the way. If you are a member, you would have seen like all kinds of videos and updates about these guys. Look how big they're growing. It's insane. So yeah, become a member if you want. The link is down below. We're also now breeding some Bozeman rainbow fish. This is some yeah, member only info really, because I've told my members and they've seen it in the video, but I haven't told you guys. So you're getting some exclusive behind the scenes looks. But like I said, if you want to see more of that, check the link down below. You can become a member, help support me out and everything like that. Anyway, then we got 2 tanks down here that are currently not really being occupied, or I guess they are, but also not. So at the moment these are like sick tanks slash quarantine tanks. You can see in here I got some golden rams which got like a rare sickness. I still don't know what it is. You can see they got like all these white spots. It's not ick. because it's like some kind of fungusy thing. I've been battling it. They've had this now for a couple of weeks and nothing has changed and they haven't really died, but I still have 4 here. I don't know what to do with them. I might end up just euthanizing them because I don't think there's I don't know. I don't think they're going to be good anymore. Like this dude is looking alright, but I don't want them to spread it to my other rams, if you know what I mean. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with those. I will let you know probably, but we'll see. Then in here we still have 2 clown loaches actually, and these guys were in here because they had ick. Now a few of them died off, but some other one, like these 2, seem to be fine. So I guess I'll put these back in a tank, maybe in one of these tanks over here, maybe this tank actually, because yeah, they could be in there. So I think we got the clown loaches sorted. The rams, like I said, I have to have a look. Maybe that I'll add. But there again, I don't want to really risk taking them from here and like adding them into here and then yeah, having like this guy sick, because look how beautiful he is. He's just stunning. I wouldn't want him to get sick. So it's a difficult one. It's a really difficult one, and I also don't really want to put them anywhere here. So I don't really know what to do with them. Anyways, I'm going to figure something out. I'll probably put some kind of montage on or whatever. You'll see something, so enjoy. Well, guys, as you can see, I got everything cleared out now. I am not totally done yet because I think I want to drain these tanks like all the way. However, I don't have time now because I have to do my live stream. I do a weekly live stream on Thursday. Come join those if you aren't already. But yeah, I have to hop on that. So I'll probably continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. And yeah, I think I can finish it by tomorrow. And then we'll have clean tanks set up for us to move these fish over into here, and that will be good because, you know, that won't take long at all, and then we can just take these down, clean these up, and get them ready for the shrimp project or experiment or whatever you want to call it. Well, it's now the next day, and this is how we are looking. Pretty much what happened is, well, the tanks just cleared up by themselves a little bit. I got all the fish moved. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last portion or not. I moved the clown loaches into a tank over at like the big rack, and they are doing fine in there. The 4 German, well, they were the golden rams. I decided to euthanize those in the end. Yeah, I did that because they were never really going to get better again, and just, yeah, didn't feel like it was right to keep them alive just for the sake of living. But anyway, what it means is that these tanks are now empty. I can see a spot that I missed with the algae actually, so I'm quickly going to get my sponge and clean that up. Yeah, pretty big spot actually, just here at the back, also on the bottom a little bit. Now what I also did is I added a heater in that tank, so now both these tanks are heated, which is good because before only the right one was being heated, and that meant that the left one was quite cold. So now both are getting heated, and they're both at quite a nice temperature, so that's good. Happy with that. And yeah, we're good with that. So my plan now is to simply maybe drain a bit more of this water. You know, just that way, just draining a bit more water out. Now, I don't need to go all the way down. I don't think that's necessary. But maybe bring it down a little bit more so we can add a bunch of fresh water, because that will help with everything. And I think I'm actually going to put all of the guppies in one of these tanks. I'm not going to split them up because I don't feel like there's no point splitting males and females. There's just really no point. They're already breeding in the tanks they're in now, so I don't mind the breeding. You know, a few extra babies is not going to hurt, and in the end, well, that's more fish for me to sell, so I see that as a good thing. And because I want one of these tanks empty for my rainbow fish fry, because I got Bozeman rainbow fish eggs at the moment, and those are going to be hatching soon, so I need a tank for them to raise up in. Well, you guys, as you can see, we are fully done. Everything is looking perfect again. I even cleaned the front glass a little bit, so just give that a little scrub down, so we are looking fantastic again. Quite happy with the end result, how it's looking. So that's all good. It's time now to catch all our guppies. So that is going to be a little task, because of course we have all our guppies over here. Yeah, if we move over here, we got all our guppies here. We need to catch every single one out, and I'll just put them all in one container probably. Although, no, actually I'll do separate containers because they are at separate temperatures right now, and I don't want them to have like a big shock or anything. So like those are on the cold temperature, I'm gonna acclimate them to the right temperature, so they'll probably be in different containers, and then we'll acclimate them and then get them in. Well, you guys, as you can see, I got all the guppies out, so they're all out of here. The only thing that we got left here are these goldfish. Now, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these goldfish yet. They are pretty cool. I might keep them for myself. I might like set up a little tank for myself to just enjoy these guys, because they're just pretty cool to look at. So I might do that. However, all of these tanks are empty now, and I've moved them all into here. So you can see they're all acclimating in all their different boxes. So this is like the lowest temperature ones. Those will have to acclimate the best, because believe it or not, they were sitting at a temperature here of like 16 degrees Celsius. So that's pretty low, So we want to get them warmed up, and they'll do way better in here. But other than that, these also have like their own babies, which is pretty interesting. And then I've also got the ones in the back there. Also, there's a ton of them in there, a ton of little babies. And take a look at how cool like this male is looking, and the females are also looking really nice. So yeah, quite happy with the results of all of this. And it'll be cool to see them all here, because it's just going to be a full-on guppy aquarium, and it's just going to be amazing to watch. Like, it's going to be really enjoyable to look at this tank. So I can't wait to get them in, but we first just have to, acclimate them. So I'll give them, about half an hour, and once I think the temperature's about right, then we'll release them in. Well, they acclimated quicker than I expected, so I'm going to get them in. I actually didn't get any work done yet, because it was just, they were done pretty quickly. So we're going to get them in. I think I'm just going to start by, I'm going to add this water, because there's no real issue with this water. It's all good. So I'm just going to add these guys in simply by, tipping them over and getting them in. And they should be pretty good. So these are the females. Well, this tank only had females, so there's no males in there. So we got them done, looking good. Then we got this other container with some other fish. I mean, they're all guppies. I don't know out of my head which container is which, but still looking good. Then we move on to these guys here. Let's get these in. It's definitely going to be a big pop of color and like action, that's for sure. Let's get these guys in, looking amazing. Now there is also a bunch of babies. They should be fine in here, because they've been fine with the parents, so why wouldn't they be, like, they would be fine here, right? This tank has a lot of babies, this one does. So let's get them all in, just like so. That's all of them. Okay, looking good. So we got all the guppies in. That is looking amazing. I don't know if you guys can see them. Yeah, you guys can. And yeah, they're looking good. I'm quite happy with them. Look at them all go up there. So we'll let them settle in a little bit. In the meantime, we will get on with the other work that we need to be doing, which is taking those other tanks down. And yeah, should be good. Well, there we go, guys. All the tanks are gone, well, except the goldfish tank, because I still haven't got a solution for that. But all the tanks are over here. Just got them stacked up. I will need to just give these a quick clean, you know, afterwards. But I won't do that on camera because that's boring, you know, just cleaning fish tanks, just the standard procedure. But we got a clear base to start. So probably next video will be where we set all these tanks up and get the shrimp and everything. I mean, it might not be next video, or the video after or something like that. But, you know, the next video in this kind of series, I guess, will be setting these tanks up and getting shrimp. So if you're interested in seeing that, definitely subscribe down below. Also hit that like button and leave a comment as well. What do you think of all these tanks? Do you think, you know, this was a good decision to make, to move all the guppies over into this tank? They are doing fantastic, by the way. Take a look at all of them. There's at least 100 in here. There must be, you know. A lot of females, not so many males. That is also what we got from our experiment. So if you still want to watch that, you know, go watch it. It is on the channel. Check it out. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. That is going to be it. So hope you guys enjoyed, you know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment as well, like I said. But anyway, watch this video next where you can see the full guppy experiment that I did with these guppies. Check that video out here. You might be interested in it. It's like 40-minute long video. So check that out. But anyways, have a great rest of your day and I'll see you guys next time.